maybe 20 on a good day. Not today. This is what we're seeing, is the change. If we could do this and cancel the Charger game, we'd fill this place. We've done it before. We know that. I'm not going to talk about national issues. Other people are going to handle that. I'm not really going to even talk too much about state issues except for one thing. I think the important thing to understand is California has become a very unfriendly place to people and to businesses. I'll quickly run through a few stats for you to keep in mind. We have the third highest state income tax. We have the highest state sales tax. We have the highest car tax. We have the fourth highest capital gains tax. We have the highest corporate income tax west of the Mississippi, which is where our competitors are. And I could go on, but they shut me down as far as time. I can't keep you here until nightfall. The point is, it's not good. Why should you care? Why should you care? I'll tell you why you should care. Because people love this country, and in spite of all the talk bad mouthing in the country, and I'm guilty as well as everybody else, we're staying and fighting. But people will leave the state. People will leave the state. If you look at California from the year 2000 through mid-2008, and look at what's called net domestic migration, that's people coming and going between states. Net domestic migration, the place where we all want to live, California, has lost a net 1.4 million people. 1.4 million more left the state than came to the state. Now it stopped in mid-2008, but for the wrong reason. It stopped because we can't sell our houses anymore. Because the houses are upside down, or underwater, or however you want to think of it. The odd thing is, if we have a housing recovery, the out-migration starts again. Do we lose the people we want to see leave? No. We lose the wealthy, Tiger Woods, the Williams sisters, the great tennis players, the entrepreneurial, the young, the retirees who want their pensions to go further. These are the ones that are leaving California. So we need to stay and fight for this state as well as for this country. I'm only going to touch on two propositions locally, because I think no one else is really going to do the local ones. One that you all get to vote on, one that very few of you get to vote on. First is Proposition 8. It's a countywide proposition. It controls labor costs in the county of San Diego. It keeps the county from passing labor union-only contracts. It keeps it open to the free market, which is what Tea Parties are about, letting everyone bid on the projects, keeps their costs down, you get more bang for the buck. That's a big deal. It's a pretty easy one to vote on, actually. Here's the other one that I find interesting. As I say, most of you can't vote on it. That's Prop D. It's the City of San Diego sales tax increase. Just a little 0.5%. Who cares, right? And you don't even shop very often in San Diego. Why do you care? Well, as San Diego goes, so goes the rest of the county. If we pass this fraudulent sales tax in San Diego, Oceanside, San Marcos, Escondido, Vista will raise theirs again. You'll see them all using this technique. And the technique is as follows. We'll make you promises that are totally empty, unenforceable, and worth nothing if we do them. And in exchange, you give me money because you need to trust us. That's not the way to do things. That's not what we pay them to do this way to fix the problems. Let me give you an example of San Diego, which applies to all your cities, but this is kind of a city on steroids, San Diego. We don't have just one pension fund for our government employees. We don't even have just two. We don't even have just three. We have 4 San Diego city pension plans. Well, what does that translate into? Let me talk about our city librarian. You can imagine that's a difficult job. The head librarian retired with a pension of $227,000 a year. On a salary of around $160,000 a year. And that's only counting 3 of the pensions. I'm not counting the 4th pension because we don't know what it's worth. It's someplace north of the $500,000 fund, but we don't know what it's worth. When that person dies, their beneficiaries will get something on the order of 7 years' salary lump sum. Okay, how does that compare with military? A lot of you here have had some military experience. Let's compare them with a general. Not a lowly 1-star general, or a 2-star general, or even a 3-star general. Let's go to the top G's, the 4-star general. How much is the pension of a 4-star general in the Army or a 4-star admiral in the Navy? $140,000 a year for a 4-star 30-year military veteran general. $140,000 for somebody who's gone through the military for 30 years, $227,000 for a person who goes around and goes, shh. This is wrong. And if it was just one egregious example, that'd be one thing. But the truth is, this has been going on. This has been going on all through the thousands and thousands of city employees that we have, and it's going on with your employees as well, the ones in your cities. That's where the money is. That's what we have to change if we provide what I've described as the adult supervision. We, the Tea Party movement, people of San Diego, people of California, if we say no, then what's going to happen is we're going to have them do the right thing. They will do the right thing if we don't give them the money. The irony is if you give them more money, it just goes badly. El Cajon raised their tax a full 1%, disaster. National City raised their sales tax a full 1%, disaster. Net result is that we have to get them started on the right path. If they can't get more money out of us, and only if, they will start to do the right thing. So keep an eye on San Diego. You can vote there, great. If you want to move there and vote, that'd be even better. But the net result is, the outcome there is what you're going to see your city council next year or the year after, if we pass it. If we knock it down, I think we can start the road to local recovery, which I think is extremely important. Thank you very much.